In today's lesson, we will be drawing another seascape during a different time of day. My drawing is likely during early evening, but you can experiment and pick out colors that remind you of morning, afternoon, evening, dawn, or dusk. You can also use the extra sketch paper in your art box to experiment and draw small studies in order to pick out colors that work well together and that you like. For this lesson, you will need a white mounting board, paper towel, and your choice of oil pastels. For mine, I'm using 2 light values of blue, 2 values of yellow, the darker yellow is actually commonly called ochre, 2 values of gray, and white. We will use a very similar process to drawing a sunset as in part 1, starting with our lightest colors and gradually working our way towards the darker ones, regardless of which colors you end up using. Decide which way you'd like to hold your board, either horizontally or vertically. Again, depending on your composition or layout, you can choose to either have a large space for the sky, a large space for the water, or somewhere in between. Using your lightest color, not including white, draw the sun anywhere in the sky. Next, surround the sun with short, quick strokes to represent a glow or reflection. Now, draw the sun's reflection in the water with a side-to-side stroke. Unlike in part 1, leave some gaps between the colors. Using a slightly darker value, draw short and quick lines between the spaces you've just created. To blend, instead of using a paper stump, you can use the white oil pastel to color over and marry the colors together. Using the drawing techniques of short strokes and blending with white, continue to fill in the rest of your seascape, making sure to use a light to dark system of colors in a circular motion around the sun. If your oil pastel is wearing down, peel the very top part of it off and continue working. Don't remove the paper entirely, as the paper helps with keeping your hands relatively clean. Once you've covered the whole board, you can always go back and add more layers to darken and lighten various areas. You can also add mountains that sit right on top of the horizon line using a medium value color like ochre or gray. To create more contrast and make your mountains stand out, you can darken the sky behind them using one of your darker value oil pastels. If you'd like to, you can also use the paper stump to blend some of the colors together. Good work on drawing another seascape. We've covered quite a bit of information so far, including reflection, stroke, color gradation, and blending with white. So clean off your oil pastels, grab a clean paper towel, and get ready for the next lesson on 3-dimensional jellyfish.